This is going to be up and down. This is going to be quick.
Come together quickly. Many people had some trouble here on the opening possession, and that
Trying to attack her on the defensive end. She's a
Mark had it poked away, and Martin launches way outside. Size advantage. Howard flips it up
for the Valkyries, which is last.
Burton drops it. In fact, Bentley lets it fly. First two shots here tonight.
Great defender she is.
Here's Mitchell, who's bounced past Mitchell, fires it up.
The scorer get to the free throw line.
Okay. She has been on no injuries for either way from home. They've really played well in their hour. They've gone to her a couple times. She set game with the fever, but her first playing over on the drive, steps back and not playing well in her first games. They're missing their first two. On one, Howard will take it herself, flip it low 40% for their transition. That's just such a change. Again, looking to push.
Opportunities in transition.
And feet inside and a cutting move. And yes, this is something we might see today. They're just managing how they end up. The pace is much
so
quicker.
Fast. But boy, she looked pretty quick.
Boston on the drive, flips it up and games this year. Not today as Burton into the corner. Here's McDonald straight up the.
You got to adjust to the whistle.
So Ari McDonald, Richardson talking things over at the score.
Out of the ball in transition, you have to know you're probably going to give up some offensive board.
So far this afternoon, Thornton battling through a triple team. Really turns the corner on the drive. Banks first All-Star appearance and a little over Boston. Kick out, McDonald wide open.
It was the 9th pick in the expansion.
Bob inside for Billings, who hangs. Clark back at it for rebound, drops it for Cunningham. And Timpson, who played big minutes without Dantas. To get close to the midway point time weapon. Late was left. 25. There's some of this cup game. It did not count toward officials.
Overall efficiencies, Pat. They're on the top.
Frustrating one on Saturday, a game where they led by
execution on both sides areas. They've been in way too.
Drive, kick out, Cunningham who launched it. Emily Nakase goes deep. They do start 5 players, but in reality,
that they play great ball pressure.
Here for Golden State has cut a. Then they'll trade off third quarter.
So here's Clark.
Late launch it. So the Fever won't have the last shot, and it's as well. Here is the Fever rookie going to. Hayes drives on Clark. Hayes rebound. Lexi Hull has 3 of them. Here's Howard, just has to fight.
Indiana wants to run offensively.
Who has really picked up her game late. And now I'm at percentage. So the Fever have 2 of them.
And the rotations with Caitlin Clark.
Leticia Me on the floor right now. Here's Howard back on the tries to take advantage. Hull will.
Mike Weiner isn't. I mean, that was.
The double figures in the minutes category. The floor. Boston handoff. Mick. They relieve Burton. And she cross court pass. Hull pulls up.
Very well done.
Veronica, extra pass. Chen is open. And back-to-back 3-pointers that just come at you off the bench here.
Defense. You can change your pace off.
Not led since the early moments of this game. It's the handle. And Howard an offensive burst here today. You ask, how is this Golden State team doing so again here today? In fact, Bentley.
Sometimes.
Mitchell off the screen is Salon. Howard has her pin. By the way, Caitlin Clark drafted her. The Fever have just 10
Valkyries because they will turn it. It fits right into the makeup of their team.
And the Fever know what 10 in fact. Golden State has rattled off the last 9. Cross-court pass. Howard extra fine.
See, it's a really good job by Kelsey Mitchell.
Long rangy fact Bentley showing up. Burton lines up. They'd like that number to be higher as Boston.
But she's not giving up much ground.
Burton dips the 3. Thornton will just have to hoist.
And knows that there are traps coming.
Of the Valkyries ever since. Half away from All-Star Weekend possession.
I don't think Stephanie White's over, and the Valkyries get a triple.
Here's Hayes driving by Boston since late in the first quarter. A 9-point
inside the 3-point line in the first half.
And Thornton, it was the right call. Mark B. Mitchell shot clock down to 3. Fever hit 4 threes, and Valkyries do a nice job of getting. Hayes attacking Boston, going coast to Mitchell. Step back. 18-point swing here.
And usually they ghost that.
Does she get it off in time? Boston on collision at midcourt. No foul called. pillar of consistency here.
For the Fever. And Natasha Howard playing
In the first double-digit lead, and Kate Martin. McDonald finds some space. Burton leaves it for Martin, who hit.
During that huddle, Stephanie White sat down and looked to be disciplined every second if we want.
Offensive end, Thornton launches. See, Kate finds some space. There's a stop.
playoff on either end of the floor.
Burton. And around the rim, she gets inside, in amongst the trees.
Leah Boston, he was 5 for 7 from the free throw line in here. The Fever got to get her the ball in a quality.
indianaworkers.com.
And 2 points. She's on the drive, the kick out, and Thornton. But a second offensive rebound to the. Since for medal, and Dantas had 30. Timpson will take it at Martin, fading and hit by Mitchell. Thornton's been hot from 3.
Play Timpson's athleticism at the.
Hayes weaves her way, tip into the corner. It's Matu. Clark on the drive. Clark.
See, this is where the Valkyries to me are the most dangerous.
And now feeds it inside to a cutter.
Great cut from the weak side by Thornton. Top 10. Lead guard in this league.
Clark. Here's Hull. One of the other 3. Dantas looking for some help. Instead will
Handle.
USA trailed at halftime. Hayes turns it over. Hit. Timpson the rebound. Timpson. Clark hounding Caitlin Chen. Defense. Indiana Fever.
First time they trapped that second.
Clark gets inside. Banks shorts. She'll launch from 2. Bouncing. Dantas hit up the list today. Salon finds some space. Lofts it up. Timpson pulls it down. Too strong. Timpson had it. They've got 5 of them in the corner.
Switching.
As you noted, Timpson fires it up, but here's late on the drive. Late to the rim and Cunningham launches. She and Dantas play catch and
Catch.
Burton hangs and Mitchell crosses. Timpson flips it up. Burton fire away. Nopple. In Indy. Mitchell on the drive. Mitchell through traffic draw. 2%. She's up over 80%. Franchise since 2000.
So there's a lot of ways you can.
Clark's played 21 minutes tonight. She's not. See how Stephanie White manages it. Back.
No.
Mitchell pulls up. Away on the handoff. Carla Lake comes on the handoff. Burton driving on McDonald. Hangs.
2 shots.
I've been impressed with Veronica Burton. Ewan, her coach.
It's a 12. Cunningham back for McDonald. Late steps into a 3. On her former teammate, pins her inside. By Boston, got by Howard. Bet Clark catch and shoot. And here is a Boston 3.
She's 3 for 13.
Clark off to the races. Clark flips it up. Flips the Valkyries were hoping for. In fact, Bentley said, okay, we're going to go. And Tiffany Hayes does come down with it. The breaks can't finish. Defensive rebound, and Burton here in the second half. For the stop and go, Clark flips it up. Salon pulls up, bounce pass Hull. 3 points, and look at the ball movement. Hull ducks in and have just blitzed Indiana. Puts on the brakes.
The worst shooting performance for track to not shoot it. We just.
Launches and get
2 players there, whether to.
Mitchell sets up Boston. Tremendous performance. But we've seen when you're struggling. Lexi Hull corner.
About guarding the action.
And the Valkyries, that initial run, just a tad under 17,000.
Well, the practice court will be
for Indiana. They're 23%. Mitchell driving into traffic, flips
exceptionally well. Good job defensively on all the Fever players.
And the Fever have had to do that this year.
You play 5, you miss 5.
These 2 very different styles, with and without him. There's Kate Martin, who's played really well today. Timpson spins it.
True road game for the Fever.
Feeds Timpson. Me here spinning on Timpson. Valkyries Here today within 12. Hayes on the drive, the kick out, and Thornton. On the defensive end, Thornton misses, but a second offensive rebound after an extended cold spell. Dantas will play in her first minutes since Zill finished with a silver medal, and Dantas had 30. Timpson will take it at Martin, fading and hitting this end. Good defense there by Mitchell. Thornton's been hot from three.
I mean, honestly, that was the right play. Timpson's athleticism at the
13th turnover. Hayes weaves her way, switch on to Dantas, cross-court pass, tip into the corner. It's Caitlin Chen. Clark, 3-on-2. Clark on the drive. Clark
to make that inbound. See, this is where the Valkyries to me are the most dangerous.
Oh, what a pass. And now feeds it inside to a cut.
5 out, and that's a great cut from the weak side by Thornton. As it connected on that pass, that'd been a top 10. Henry role to that being of a lead guard in this league.
Dantas, bounce pass. Clark, here's Hull.
The team set. Fever basketball.
Seminoles have done it. Natasha Howard's one of the other three. Dantas being hounded. Dantas looking for some help. Instead,
So it was a lot for the USA team to handle.
USA trailed at halftime medal over the last few cycles. 35-year-old Tiffany Hayes turns it over. Dantas wide open. She can't hit. Timpson the rebound. Timpson. Clark hounding Caitlin Chen. Comebacks almost always start with your defense. Indiana, so much time left to go here for the Fever.
When they played the Valkyries the first time, they trapped that second. They would look to trap that.
Clark gets inside, banks short ahead. She lofts it up, but leaves it short. Handle there just for a moment. She'll launch from 2. Clark bouncing. Dantas hit it. Flip the script here in Indianapolis today. Salon finds some space to Clark. 3-on-2. Clark lofts it up. Dips and pulls it down. Salon, fade, fire. Too strong. Timpson had it. In the third quarter. They've got 5 of them in the quarter.
And it looked like drop even though they're switching.
As you noted, Timpson, offensive rebound. Timpson fires it up, but cross-court pass. Here's late on the drive, late to the rim. And
Right there.
there, the foul does come. It's of the third quarter. Cunningham launches away and into the hands of McDonald. She and Dantas play catch and
That. I think she just fumbled the catch.
Burton hangs and Mitchell crossover. Cunningham into traffic, lob it up Timpson. Timpson flips it up
A few times.
Burton fire away. Not
Burton with another triple.
and the air out of the balloon here a little bit in Indy. Sees 2, flips to Mitchell. Mitchell on the drive. Mitchell through traffic. Draw averages this year from the line 72%. She's up over 80%. Cumulative record in this franchise since 2000.
Well, they have to speed the game up, Pat. So there's a lot of ways you can.
Caitlin Clark's played 21 minutes tonight. She's not alone, and that she might play the rest of the way. We'll see how Stephanie White manages it. Back.
Paint. I mean, you got to know personnel.
Mitchell pulls up, and Mitchell had it taken away on the handoff. Carla Lake comes. Not close enough there on the handoff. There's Burton driving on McDonald. Hangs.
For Golden State. 2 shots.
I've been impressed with Veronica Burton. The great Joe McEwen, her coach, Martin, but they played some good games.
It's a 12. Boston sees the double team. Cunningham back for McDonald. This afternoon, that's 29%. Late steps into a three. Boston going coast to coast, taking on her former teammate, pins her inside. Hayes gets by Boston, got by Howard. We're looking at their largest deficit. Clark catch and shoot. Team. Howard backs her way in. Here is a Boston three.
Has made 3 triples all season. She's 3 for 13.
Bentley not on the same page. Here's Clark off to the races. Clark flips it up, flips again, goes behind the back. Not the gamble the Valkyries were hoping for. She went into the middle. Bentley said, okay, we're going to go the... Bentley tips it back, and Tiffany Hayes does come down with it. Bentley driving into Clark, puts on the brakes, can't finish. Twice, Thornton another offensive rebound, and Burton has been really problematic for the Fever here in the second half.
Until your arm falls off.
Clark with a stop and go. Clark flips it up.
She does off the pass than anyone in the league.
Salon pulls up, bumps her way into traffic. Cunningham, bounce pass, Hall. And the Fever have been held to 53 points, and look at the ball movement. Hall ducks in and gets lead. The Valkyries have just blitzed Indiana. Leaves it back for Timpson, puts on the brakes.
Games, and the worst shooting performance for... They're on track to not shoot it. We just...
Their season worst mark. Thornton launches and gets
side, so Lexi Hull was in between 2 players there, whether to...
Mitchell sets up Boston, who have put together a tremendous performance. But we've been looks just feel a little less open when you're struggling.
You need a few more reps.
Lexi Hull corner
for today. Sometimes it's guarding the ball and not worrying about guarding the action.
Put the Fever into the penalty. And the Valkyries in this game, after the Valkyries had that initial run, this near sellout crowd of just a tad under 17,000.
Think about playing a noon game when you don't shoot it well. The practice court will be
percent on the day for Indiana. They're 23%. Mitchell driving into traffic, flips.
Guarded personnel exceptionally well. In the paint, really did a really good job defensively on all the Fever players.
Process, and if you think about how often the Fever have had to do that this year.
I mean, you play 4, you miss 4. You play 5, you miss 5.
And acclimating for a team that plays 2 very different styles with and without him. Clark back on the floor. There's Kate Martin, who's played really well today. Timpson spins it, perhaps.
I thought it felt like a true road game for the Fever.
McDonald feeds Timpson. Me here spinning on Timpson. It is all Valkyries here today.